Hi and welcome. How nice of you to join me. Today I will be painting some easy overlapping flowers, so feel free to join me if you want to learn how to paint these. For today's video I will be using a Sable brush from Art, their own brand, and I will use their smooth paper as well. So to start off with these, you just paint the main stem of which the leaves will come out of, and then the stem of the leaf, and the leaf itself. So for the leaf itself, you kind of want to create a diamond shape. This diamond shape will be narrow at the beginning and then get thicker as you apply pressure to the brush, and then taper out to become thinner again, like in the beginning, with less and less pressure until you reach the tip where you just lift the brush off. If you need to, you can twist the brush a little bit to create a tip if your brush has a tendency to flatten out. So I will show a few more leaves in real time, and then I will speed it up for the rest of the piece, so you get to observe a few in real time and then the whole finished piece. So for the colors I'm using, I am using a mix of Prussian blue and the hooker's green from Rowney. That's their Aquafine travel palette I have picked up from a local shop. So here I'm just speeding it up a little bit, and so you can see the whole thing. So these two together create a muted down version of blue-green, and I quite like this color. So the reason why the color varies throughout these leaves is because I'm somewhat adding blue, sometimes adding green, and just seeing where the mix will take me. So I'm using just one puddle of paint and I'm drawing from that. Now when you're making these, make sure that your brush is not too dry. If it's too dry, you won't get the nice rounded edges, and the bristles will spread out. And sometimes you might be able to see that my brush does that, and that's just because it's too dry. If you get a lot of puddles on your leaves, that's just because the water is too much. There's too much water. So, as with all watercolor pieces, it's all about controlling the water. And that is easier said than done, I am very aware. And as for when you overlap the leaves, make sure that the leaves underneath are dry. So here I'm painting over some of the leaves that I've already painted before I started this recording, and those are very much dry by now. Later you will also see me go back over to the middle of what I have done in this video, and I made sure that they were all dry before I started. If your brush stroke ends up being a little bit wonky, a little bit uneven, not quite the shape you want, then you can always go over it again with more or less water and fix it up. If your leaf is too small, you can go over it again with a harder stroke, and there are no limits to what you can do. You can use whatever colors, whatever brushes, whatever paper, and you will basically get a nice effect. Now, throughout this piece, I kind of figured out that I like the bottom leaves to be bigger because it looks more natural. But it's not as easy as it sounds to make the bottom leaves bigger than the top leaves. So try it out first, and then you'll find out how you like to paint them. So if you like this video, please make sure to like this, give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more, then you can always subscribe. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye!